From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup, and we are all set to go, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Quickly to the air is Burrow. And a fine chase on the right side complete. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. You look at this Bears defense. They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
11 mighty, 11 MTs.
Now Burrow. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Bears take over. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing is Williams. Complete on the deep ball.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. First carry for DeAndre Swift. Nowhere to go that time. Might have got a yard up to the 25. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
3rd and long always tilts to the defense. And I just remember as a player how many times it was hammered into my head. Know where the sticks are and get him down in front of it. But sometimes what happens is you worry about where that is much more than the person who has the ball. And on that play, they didn't have enough focus on him. And somehow he turned a short pass into a 1st down.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. This is why I don't play in points per reception fantasy leagues.
Is that what they call it?
Receiver still gets a point there. Yeah. And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
That's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a fourth down.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
11 coming.
And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But I think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here.
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. The Bengals at 3-5, 2 games under 500. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
This is caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Mitchell Tinsley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Evan McPherson to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The last series form a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. First and 10. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
And that's going to be incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
10 yards to go.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Looking to throw is Williams. Able to find the open man. That's complete. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
First down, Bears.
From the gun, here's Swift. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. You talk about this Bengals defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today, because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one. And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. To throw, Williams. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Bears first down.
From the gun, here's Williams. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Thomas brings it in. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touchdown. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. To the air, Williams. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal.
Bears first down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Here's Swift. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. This is caught. Touchdown, Bears! Luther Burden from 4 yards out. And the Bears are an extra point away from drawing level. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
I'm wondering.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are.
And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Jamar Chase. And the Bengals have taken the lead. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Gun. Dad.
Here's Burrow. Now he's going to step up and run. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Like it's been as negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
That is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Williams. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Here's 2nd and 10. To the air once more, Williams. Open man down the field, that's Burden. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Luther Burden with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bears have broken the tie. Santos with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line.
On 2, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, CD, that's a huge play by this defense in a close ball game. I think he was trying to just extend the play. They're getting outside the pocket, but he throws a costly pick 6.
Yeah, he's trying to find someone open. You're exactly right. He wasn't looking to run. He was looking to throw. The result, not good for him. They were more than happy on the defensive side to gather that one in and take it to the house.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
That'll give them 8 that time. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
Here we go, here we go.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Here we go, here we go. 11, 11, 11. 180. 180, shot. Shot.
Now it's Burrow. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half.
And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Chase Brown, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And out the middle across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A final shot before break. Williams. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the lead now 11, 24-13. Here's McPherson now to send it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the 2nd half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is taken in at the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
That's how you put field position. What a play right there. That nearly went the distance. Credit this defense for not giving up. They get him down just short of the goal line, but the damage is done. It's going to be 1st and goal from an ideal position.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Swoop. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
A loss of 3.
Working out of the gun, Williams. And he's got it. Touchdown. Luther Burden from 3 yards out. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Lining up for the extra point.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Bengals 13.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
On 2.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Burrow looking to pass. Man open left side is Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
It's a gain of 11.
It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Bengals first down.
11. Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 46.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options.
Gun. Stop. 180. Stop.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
Gain of 14 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Hard throw, incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
11 Mighty. 11 Mighty. 11 Thomas. 11 MT. Tate. Stop.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. That is caught. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10.
11 MT. 11 MT. Stop.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Now he's going to step up and run. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Gun. 12. 180. 11. 11. Stop.
On 2nd and a long way to go. Burrow. That one caught by Tinsley. A big gain there after going backwards, Bears, and that'll lead to a third down.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, he picks up additional yardage after it.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
11.
Burrow will throw. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Bengals are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Thomas barreling ahead. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Olajuwon wide open. It's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Bears, first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Swift going to try up the middle. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
A loss of 2. Brings up
Off the play fake, it's Williams.
the 37-yard line.
He'll get this into the hands of Odunze. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Cincinnati. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
What is going on?
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Myles Murphy, he's the one who got in there and hit him for a loss.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
What is...
To throw, Williams. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Boye Mafe. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
3rd and long.
This offense so far on third down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Williams looking to do it himself. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Santos' kick is up and through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Here we go, here we go. 180. Right shot.
From midfield now, Burrow. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass.
Here we go, here we go.
That allowed them to disrupt the play.
11 MT.
Now it's Burrow. Looking for Chase near the sideline. He's got it. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To the air again, Burrow. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down. Now, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. To throw from his end zone, Williams. There's a short one caught by Loveland. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 21
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame him?
He's across midfield. Look at the big man rumble. Touchdown, Chicago! Colston Loveland, 76 yards. And the Bears add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. For quarterbacks, there are a number of ways to measure a good statistical season. This is one of them. That last touchdown pass, his 30th on the year. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They're probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
We got to keep scoring. 11, Thomas. Hey, we're going to do something.
Now Burrow. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. On the throw, letting too much that time. It's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
Big 13.
Here's Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. Oh, no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
Here we go, here we go.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Flacco looking for his first toss. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far. Now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. Williams looking to do it himself. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. They'll go play action here with Williams. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Bears' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd, 3rd levels, you can see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. And he wisely will throw that one away. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
And the Bears first down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Chicago.
On play action, here's Williams. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Touchdown Bears. Luther Burden, 38 yards. And the Bears up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Santos with the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Bengals 20. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On 1, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
at the
11,
35-yard line.
gun. Stop. 180. Stop.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
Their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.